Lately has been pretty bad. Why do you think this is a stock worth sticking with?
Well, I don't know about that. I think it's a good stock for a prayer of a buyout. It's clearly we have a whole host of stocks with bad management, including GoPro, Twitter, Pandora, and including Yelp to some degree too. And they're just buyout candidates, and it would be a wonderful addition to many companies. But beyond that, I just don't have a lot of hope.
Wait, just to be clear, you're saying that your only hope for GoPro is that somebody buys it and changes the CEO?
Absolutely. I mean, how many missteps can you possibly have? You've lost $7 billion of market cap for people who bought that stock at higher prices,
okay.
and you're at all-time lows. I mean, look, it's a mess.
Max, what do you think about GoPro's prospects here?
So great to be here. I don't want to jump on it too, but it's a company that's going to have to learn what its product mix is again and how to make money on that product mix. That's a little bit daunting. Below its 200-day moving average, below its 50-day moving average. Where I think there's upside potentially here is that there's still no debt, there's still a good amount of cash on book, and there's a real possibility of a short squeeze because 24 or 25% of this total float here is short, and if you take away the 40 or 50% that's insiders and institutions, it means that a really small piece of good news could make a really big splash. That being said, there's very little good news in sight. This looks like a product whose life cycle may be beyond its peak without a company around it to necessarily innovate the next product. So hard to be really excited on the investment basis. Possible catalytic event here for a trade.
Mike, Stephanie, what do you guys think?
You know, I think they're kind of nailing it. I mean, it's $1 billion enterprise value. So if you get rid of the cash, if you set the cash aside, it's $1 billion. It's kind of a lottery ticket on the holiday or on maybe one more product push. It doesn't seem like we'd be even talking about this company if it wasn't such a phenomenon in terms of the product itself, and if it wasn't a $90 stock one time for no good reason.
Yeah, they got to get the products out the door. That means, though, that they have to spend a lot, and that's the whole problem, right? So they're spending so much, they're not getting any revenue. I'm actually curious from one of you guys, what do you think of the drone delay? Do you think that's going to work?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, the drone is a horrible idea. They're competing against already established drone companies that already use GoPro cameras, and they've already banned drones, and you have to get a drone license and all this stuff. The future is VR, and they have a great cheap VR solution, and that's where they should be focused on. I really think that GoPro should continue to focus on what they talked about, which is building this brand around the videos and VR, and it's a perfect match for Google in one of their alphabet soup companies. It would work nicely with Nest and YouTube. So
we have to go,
that's
guys.
what
Just
we think.